Felicity Dwyer, and I'm talking to Mike Clayton, author of the new book Powerhouse.
Hello, Felicity.
Mike, what is Powerhouse?
Well, I think that some people are going to see Powerhouse as just another book on productivity, but it isn't. It goes beyond that. I see Powerhouse as being about effectiveness, not just being productive and getting more done, but getting more done of the right things. And beyond that still, I think Powerhouse is about that contagious attitude of enthusiasm that will motivate and bring out the best in the people around you. That way, they too can be highly effective and highly productive.
In the book, you talk about the reader as a powerhouse, and you also talk about Powerhouse Effectiveness. Can you explain what you mean by these two terms?
By effectiveness, I mean causing the results that you want to happen, being successful in your endeavours and delivering the things that matter. It's about making the right choices and making them for good reasons. A powerhouse is someone who is full of energy, highly effective and therefore very productive. So when we put the two together, Powerhouse Effectiveness is that whirlwind of well-focused energy that can get masses done and achieve really important things. It's about being a force to be reckoned with.
What stimulated you to write Powerhouse?
Over the years, lots of people have described me as a powerhouse, as someone who can get large amounts of important things done to really focus. And whilst to a large extent, maybe that's how I think I am, over the years I've learned lots of techniques, found lots of ways to help me do that. And I've wanted to share these. Back when I was writing Smart to Wise a couple of years ago, I realised I had lots of material that I wanted to put into that book, but which didn't fit. It was about wisdom, but it was about the practical wisdom that allows you to get things done. And that content needed an outlet. And that's why I really wanted to write Powerhouse, to bring that content out.
Like many of your books, Powerhouse is crammed with ideas. Where do those ideas come from?
Well, they come from all over the place. I'm just interested in ideas, but primarily the ideas of Powerhouse came from three sources. And the first, and perhaps the single biggest influence, is project management. I was a professional project manager for 12 years. I've spent the last 12 years training project managers, and it's still a very large part of what I do. And project management, I guess, because it's about delivering complex, difficult things in an effective and an efficient way, it forms the skeleton of Powerhouse. And one day I would like to say a lot more about the role of project management in Powerhouse. But to answer your question directly, there are two other big influences, and the second one is psychology. A lot of people ask me if my qualifications are in psychology because I bring it into so much of what I write about and what I speak about and how I deliver services to my clients. But it isn't. I just find psychology fascinating, and I spend a lot of time researching new psychological ideas and experiments to find practical techniques that can help people to be effective in the workplace. The third of the three big influences is a field of study called positive organisational scholarship. And really this is the application of positive psychology, what enables people to flourish, to the workplace. And I was introduced to this by a colleague called Sarah Lewis, and it's a whole field of research about how workplaces can be more effective. And whilst Powerhouse is primarily about personal effectiveness in the workplace, what I've tried to do is to find space within the book for some of the ideas about how you can take Powerhouse Effectiveness and spread that across your organisation to create what I call a powerhouse organisation.
Mike, what are your hopes for Powerhouse?
Well, I guess any author would be lying if they didn't say that they hoped secretly that their book would change the world. I know that's not going to happen, but what I do hope, and what I think is reasonable to hope, is that Powerhouse will change the lives of many of its readers. There are a lot of self-help books on the shelf which promise magic bullets that will transform your life. Powerhouse isn't one of those. What it promises is hard work. If you work hard and apply the ideas of Powerhouse, then you can make a real difference. I suppose the underlying principle of Powerhouse is you will reap what you sow. If you put in the work and you put in the right work, then you can get really big results. So for readers who want to adopt some of the ideas of Powerhouse, if they do that, my real hope is that some of those readers will become a powerhouse themselves. They will make a real difference. They will be a force to be reckoned with.
Mike, thank you for sharing some of the ideas and some of the hopes that you have for Powerhouse.